If you receive Social Security, a payment is scheduled for December 3rd, 2025, and a lot of people are seeing headlines claiming this payment will be $2,100, but that number is misleading because it's just an average, and your actual payment could be significantly higher or lower depending on your benefit history, your Medicare premiums, and which specific group you fall into for the December 3rd payment date. I'm talking about the fact that December 3rd is one of several payment dates in December based on when you started receiving benefits and what day of the month you were born. And while the average Social Security retirement benefit after the recent COLA increase is around $2,100, some people are getting $1,500 while others are getting $3,000 or more. And you need to understand exactly why your specific payment is what it is and whether you're actually getting paid on December 3rd or on a different date later in the month. I'm going to break down who actually gets paid on December 3rd versus other December dates, explain why $2,100 is just an average and not what everyone receives, show you how the 3.2% COLA increase from 2024 affected your payment, reveal how Medicare Part B premiums reduce your net deposit, and clarify the confusion about some people getting 2 Social Security checks in December. Stop right now and drop a comment below. Do you receive Social Security retirement, SSDI survivor benefits, or SSI? What day of the month were you born? And tell me, is your monthly Social Security payment close to $2,100, or is it significantly higher or lower than that? Leave that comment now because I need to understand the range of payments my audience is actually receiving and whether people know their correct payment date. Hit that like button right now because millions of Social Security beneficiaries are confused about payment dates and amounts. And when you like this video, YouTube shows it to more people who need to understand when their money arrives and why their payment might not match the $2,100 average everyone keeps talking about. Every like helps someone figure out their actual payment date. Do it now. Let me start by explaining who actually gets paid on December 3rd, 2025, because this is not a payment date that applies to all Social Security beneficiaries. Social Security has a complex payment schedule based on 2 main factors: when you started receiving benefits and what day of the month you were born. December 3rd is a Wednesday, and it's a payment date for specific groups of people. Group 1 who gets paid December 3rd. People who started receiving Social Security benefits before May 1997. If you've been collecting Social Security for a long time, since the 1990s, you get paid on the 3rd day of every month regardless of your birthday. December 3rd is your payment date. Group 2 who gets paid. December 3rd, people who receive both SSI and Social Security at the same time. If you're getting supplemental security income plus Social Security retirement or disability, you typically get paid on the 3rd of the month for your Social Security portion. Group 3 who gets paid December 3rd. People whose Medicare Part B premium is paid by their state through programs like Medicare savings programs. If your state covers your Medicare premium because your income is low enough to qualify for assistance, you get paid on the 3rd. Group 4 who gets paid December 3rd. People who live outside the United States. If you're a U.S. citizen receiving Social Security but you're living in another country, you get paid on the 3rd of the month. If you don't fall into any of those 4 categories, December 3rd is not your payment date even though headlines are talking about it. Most Social Security beneficiaries who started collecting after May 1997 get paid based on their birthday using a schedule that spreads payments across the month. If you were born between the 1st and 10th of any month, you get paid on the 2nd Wednesday of December, which is December 10th. If you were born between the 11th and 20th, you get paid on the 3rd Wednesday, which is December 17th. If you were born between the 21st and 31st, you get paid on the 4th Wednesday, which is December 24th. Subscribe to this channel immediately and turn on notifications. Social Security payment schedules change based on holidays and weekends. COLA increases affect different people differently, and understanding when your money arrives and how much you're getting is critical for budgeting. Subscribe now so you always know your exact payment information. Now let me address this $2,100 number that's all over the internet because it's causing massive confusion. The $2,100 figure represents the approximate average Social Security retirement benefit after the 2024 COLA increase was applied. In October 2024, Social Security announced a 3.2% cost of living adjustment for 2025. This COLA increase took effect in January 2025, and it raised everyone's benefit by 3.2%. If someone was receiving $2,033 per month before the COLA, multiplying that by 1.032 gives you approximately $2,098, which rounds to $2,100. That's where this number comes from. It's the mathematical average of all retirement beneficiaries' payments after the COLA increase, but average means that half of people are getting more than $2,100 and half are getting less. It's not what everyone receives. Your actual Social Security payment depends on several factors that have nothing to do with the COLA or the average. Factor 1. Your lifetime earnings history. Social Security calculates your benefit based on your 35 highest earning years of work. If you worked in low-wage jobs your whole life, your benefit might be $1,200 or $1,500 per month. If you worked in high-paying professional jobs and maxed out Social Security taxes for 35 years, your benefit could be $3,500 or even the maximum of around $4,873 per month. Factor 2. The age you claimed benefits. If you claimed Social Security at 62, which is the earliest possible age, your benefit was permanently reduced by about 30% compared to waiting until your full retirement age. If you claimed at 70, which gives you maximum delayed retirement credits, your benefit is about 24% to 32% higher than it would have been at full retirement age. Two people with identical work histories get very different monthly payments depending on when they claimed. Factor 3. Whether you're receiving retirement benefits, disability benefits, or survivor benefits. Social Security disability benefits and survivor benefits have their own calculation formulas that produce different amounts than retirement benefits. A widow receiving survivor benefits might get a higher payment than she would have gotten from her own work record. Someone on SSDI might be getting benefits based on their incomplete work history if they became disabled young. Factor 4. Medicare Part B premiums. Most Social Security beneficiaries are enrolled in Medicare and have the Part B premium automatically deducted from their Social Security check before the money is deposited. The standard Medicare Part B premium for 2025 is $185 per month. So if your gross Social Security benefit is $2,100, but Medicare takes out $185, your actual deposit is $1,915. That's why people see amounts in their bank account that don't match the benefit amount Social Security tells them. Factor 5. Income-related Medicare premium adjustments. If your income from 2 years ago was above certain thresholds, you pay a higher Medicare Part B premium than the standard $185. High earners might pay $250, $300, or even $500 per month for Medicare Part B. This dramatically reduces their net Social Security deposit, even though their gross benefit might be $3,000 or $4,000. Let me walk through some specific examples so you can see how all these factors create very different payment amounts, even though the average is $2,100. Example 1. Dorothy is 72 years old. She worked as a teacher for 30 years, earning a modest salary. She claims Social Security at her full retirement age of 66. Her benefit calculation based on her earnings history is $1,850 per month. After the 3.2% COLA increase in January 2025, her benefit went up to $1,909 per month. Medicare Part B deducts $185, so her actual deposit is $1,724. Dorothy is well below the $2,100 average. Example 2. Richard is 68 years old. He was a successful engineer earning high salaries for 35 years. He claimed Social Security at 66. His benefit based on his earnings history was $3,100 per month. After the 3.2% COLA, it's now $3,199. But Richard also has rental income and investment income that pushed him into a higher Medicare premium bracket. He pays $300 per month for Medicare Part B. His net deposit is $2,899. Richard is well above the $2,100 average. Example 3. Patricia is 63 years old and on SSDI. She became disabled at age 55 after working in retail and service jobs. Her SSDI benefit based on her work history at the time of disability is $1,450 per month. After the COLA, it's $1,496. She's not yet 65, so she's not on Medicare and has no premium deduction. Her full deposit is $1,496. Patricia is significantly below the average. Example 4. Michael is 75 years old. He worked in high-paying corporate jobs and waited until 70 to claim Social Security to maximize his benefit. His base benefit at full retirement age would have been $3,200, but by waiting to 70, he got delayed retirement credits that increased it to about $3,968. After the 3.2% COLA, he's now getting $4,095 per month. He pays the standard Medicare premium of $185. His net deposit is $3,910. Michael is far above the average. So when headlines say $2,100 Social Security payment on December 3rd, that's technically accurate only for people whose benefit happens to be right around the average and who get paid on December 3rd. But millions of people are getting significantly more or less, and millions more aren't even getting paid on December 3rd because their payment date is later in the month based on their birthday. Now let me explain the 3.2% COLA increase from 2024 and how it affects your specific payment amount. The cost of living adjustment is calculated based on inflation measured by the Consumer Price Index. Every October, Social Security announces the COLA percentage for the following year. In October 2024, they announced 3.2% for 2025. This COLA took effect starting with January 2025 payments. The COLA applies as a percentage increase to your existing benefit. If you were getting $2,000 per month in December 2024, in January 2025, you started getting $2,064, which is $2,000 multiplied by 1.032. If you were getting $1,500, you went up to $1,548. If you were getting $3,000, you went up to $3,096. Everyone's benefit increased by exactly 3.2%, but the dollar amount of the increase varies depending on what you were getting before. For someone receiving $2,100 before the COLA, the increase is $67 per month. That's $2,100 times 0.032. For someone receiving $1,500, the increase is only $48 per month. For someone receiving $3,500, the increase is $112 per month. The percentage is the same for everyone, but higher earners get more dollars added to their check. Now here's a critical point that confuses people. The COLA is applied to your gross benefit before deductions. Medicare premiums are then deducted from the COLA increased amount. So let's say you were getting $2,000 per month with $174.70 deducted for Medicare Part B in 2024, leaving you with a net deposit of $1,825.30. In January 2025, your benefit increases to $2,064, but Medicare Part B also increased to $185 per month. Your new net deposit is $1,879. Your gross benefit went up $64, but your net deposit only went up $53.70 because the Medicare premium also increased. Some people look at their bank account and say, I barely got any COLA increase. That's because the Medicare premium increase ate up part of your COLA. This happens every year. The COLA gives you more money, but Medicare takes some of it back. For people with low Social Security benefits who are protected by the hold harmless rule, it can be even more confusing because their Medicare premium might not increase by the full amount, which changes their net COLA benefit. Now let me address the confusion about some people getting 2 Social Security checks in December 2025. This is true for SSI recipients, but not for regular Social Security retirement or disability beneficiaries. SSI pays on the 1st of every month. December 1st, 2025 is a Monday, so SSI recipients get their regular December payment on December 1st. But January 1st, 2026 is New Year's Day, a federal holiday. So the January SSI payment moves to the last business day of December, which is December 31st. That means SSI recipients see 2 deposits in December, December 1st for December and December 31st for January. But regular Social Security beneficiaries do not get 2 payments in December. If you're getting retirement benefits, SSDI, or survivor benefits without SSI, you get 1 payment in December on your scheduled date based on when you started benefits or your birthday. You do not get a second payment on December 31st. That's only for SSI. This creates confusion every year when people see articles saying 2 Social Security payments in December, and they think everyone is getting double payments. No. Only SSI recipients are getting 2 deposits in December, and the second one is just their January payment arriving early. It's not extra money. Regular Social Security beneficiaries get 1 payment in December and 1 payment in January on their normal schedule. Let me address some specific questions I keep getting about December payments. Question 1. Why didn't I get $2,100 on December 3rd like the headline said? Because $2,100 is just an average, not what everyone gets. Your actual payment depends on your work history, claiming age, and deductions. Check your Social Security statement or log into your My Social Security account to see your specific benefit amount. Question 2. My payment is only $1,600. Am I getting cheated? No. Your benefit is based on your lifetime earnings. If you worked lower paying jobs or didn't work a full 35 years, your benefit will be below average. You're getting exactly what your work history entitles you to based on Social Security's formula. Question 3. I thought the COLA was 3.2%, but my payment only went up by $40. Where's the rest? Check how much your Medicare Part B premium increased. Medicare Part B went from $174.70 in 2024 to $185 in 2025, an increase of $10.30. If your gross benefit went up $50 from COLA, but Medicare went up $10.30, your net increase is only $39.70. Question 4. I was born on March 15th. Why didn't I get paid on December 3rd? Because you were born between the 11th and 20th, so your payment date is the 3rd Wednesday of the month, which is December 17th, not December 3rd. December 3rd is only for people who started benefits before May 1997 or who fall into one of the other special categories I mentioned earlier. Question 5. Will I get a second Social Security payment on December 31st? Only if you receive SSI. Regular Social Security beneficiaries do not get a second payment in December. That's a common misconception. Question 6. My neighbor gets $2,800 and I only get $1,900. We're the same age. Why is hers so much higher? Because Social Security benefits are based on individual work history and earnings, not on age. Your neighbor probably earned more money during her working years or worked more years or claimed at a different age than you did. Everyone's benefit is different. Now let me give you specific action steps to take if you're confused about your December payment. Step 1. Log into your My Social Security account at ssa.gov. If you don't have an account, create one. This is the only way to see your official benefit amount, your payment history, and your payment schedule. Step 2. Look at your benefit verification letter, also called your SSA 1099 or benefit statement. This document shows your gross monthly benefit amount before any deductions. Compare that to what actually gets deposited in your bank account. The difference is your Medicare premium and any other deductions. Step 3. Verify your payment date based on your birthday or benefit start date. If you're not sure which day you should be getting paid, call Social Security at 1-800-77-21213 and ask them to confirm your payment schedule. Step 4. If your December payment doesn't arrive on your scheduled date, wait 1 business day because sometimes banks process deposits late. If it's still not there after 1 business day, contact Social Security immediately to find out if there's a problem with your account. Step 5. If your payment amount seems wrong or changed unexpectedly, check your Medicare premium. If you had income changes 2 years ago, your Medicare premium might have increased due to income-related adjustments. This would reduce your net Social Security deposit even though your gross benefit is the same. Step 6. If you're receiving both Social Security and SSI, understand that there are 2 separate payments that might arrive on different dates. Your SSI comes on the first of the month or the last business day of the previous month if the first is a weekend or holiday. Your Social Security comes on the 3rd or based on your birthday. Don't confuse the 2 payments. Let me talk about what you should expect for your 2026 Social Security payments because planning ahead is important. The 2025 COLA of 3.2% that took effect in January. 2025 applies to all of your payments throughout 2025 and into early 2026 until the next COLA is announced. In October 2025, Social Security will announce the COLA percentage for 2026. That new COLA will take effect starting with your January 2026 payment. If the 2026 COLA is announced as, let's say, 2.5%, your benefit will increase again in January 2026 by 2.5% on top of what you're getting now. So if you're currently receiving $2,100 after the 3.2% COLA from 2024 and the 2026 COLA is 2.5%, your benefit would go up to approximately $2,153 in January 2026. It's a cumulative increase. Each year's COLA builds on the previous year's amount. Medicare Part B premiums also typically increase every year, though not by a set percentage. If Medicare Part B goes up by $5 or $10 or $15 in 2026, that additional premium will be deducted from your COLA increase benefit, reducing your net gain. This is why many seniors feel like they barely benefit from COLA increases. The Medicare premium increases eat up much of the Social Security increase. Here's the harsh reality about the $2,100 average payment and whether it's enough to live on. The average Social Security retirement benefit of $2,100 per month is $25,200 per year. The federal poverty line for a single person in 2025 is approximately $15,060 per year. So the average Social Security benefit is above the official poverty line, but not by much. And in expensive states like California, New York, or Massachusetts, $2,100 per month is barely enough to cover rent, utilities, food, and medical costs. Many Social Security beneficiaries are supplementing their Social Security with part-time work, with help from family, with SNAP food stamps, with housing assistance, or by drastically cutting their standard of living. The $2,100 average sounds okay on paper, but in practice, it's a struggle for millions of seniors who have no other income sources. And remember, that's the average. Millions of people are getting $1,200 or $1,500 per month and trying to survive on that. The 3.2% COLA helped a little bit. Someone getting $2,000 got an extra $64 per month. That's maybe a few extra grocery items or part of a utility bill. It's not life-changing money. And when Medicare premiums went up at the same time, the net benefit was even smaller. This is why there's constant political discussion about whether Social Security benefits are adequate and whether the COLA formula accurately reflects seniors' real cost increases. Here's the bottom line about the December 3rd Social Security payment and the $2,100 amount. December 3rd, 2025 is a payment date for specific groups. People who started benefits before May 1997. People getting both SSI and Social Security. People whose state pays their Medicare premium, and people living outside the U.S. Most other beneficiaries get paid later in December based on their birthday. The $2,100 figure represents the average retirement benefit after the 3.2% COLA increase that took effect in January 2025, but individual payments range from under $1,000 to over $4,000 depending on work history, claiming age, and deductions. Medicare. Part B premiums reduce net deposits by $185 or more per month. Only SSI recipients get 2 payments in December, not regular Social Security beneficiaries. Your exact payment amount and date are specific to your individual situation, and you can verify them by logging into your My Social Security account. If this video just cleared up confusion about Social Security payment dates and amounts that was driving you crazy, I need you to do 3 things. First, hit that like button so YouTube shows this to everyone who's confused about whether they're getting $2,100 or why their payment is different or when their money arrives. This information helps millions of people understand their benefits. Second, share this immediately with anyone you know on Social Security who doesn't understand their payment schedule or amount. Send it to your parents, your older relatives, your friends who are retired. Third, subscribe and turn on notifications so you always know about COLA increases, payment schedule changes, and everything affecting your Social Security benefits. Social Security is the foundation of retirement income for most Americans, and understanding exactly what you're getting and when it arrives is critical for managing your finances. I'm going to keep breaking down every payment date, every COLA adjustment, every change that affects your benefits. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.